So possible.
Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast, stories of inspiration, where we talk about mental health, addiction, religion, becoming a business owner and self-sufficient, for what, when, where, and why. Join us and we can be your local hope dealer.
Inspiration and dedication. I came a long way from sleeping in them pages. I got my life back. I feel amazing. Life's a book, don't get stuck on sad pages. Rainy days with no money. Hard work lead to days that are sunny. Looking back, it was all needed. The problems, the pain, the trauma, the grieving. You are now tuned into the prisoner to painter. Prisoner to painter. Hard work, dedication. Rainy days, inspiration. Prisoner to painter.
And now, a word from your local hope dealer.
Say something and then it pick up on the air. So that's because we're about to go live and
We're live on Streamer.
No, you're all good. You're good.
We are live on both right now.
Perfect. Welcome to the Prisoner to Painter podcast. I'm Nathan McDermott.
And I am Katie McDermott.
And today joining us, Keith Cunningham. How are you doing today?
Dynamite.
Awesome, man. Well, the first 5 minutes, I'm nervous, so I hope my nervousness doesn't bleed onto you. I'll stutter, I'll sweat a little bit, but dude, this is so fun to me. I love having people on. I love learning their story. I get the kind of the same feel of like stories save lives. At least they did mine. So somebody out there listening will relate to your story somehow, I'm sure. And then maybe a couple people get hope and inspiration to do something with their life.
Right.
So, I mean, that's like the whole goal. If I help one person, you help one person, then we did what we're going to do, what we were here to do.
Right.
And then it's kind of cool talking. I mean, you know,
we like people.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm a people person too. Yeah.
Normally, unless there's not a lot in the story, we start a childhood, and I just want to get to know you, and then the guests get to know you, and then I think people learn more about you that they would never like people that come to your comedy show might not know this, and this about you. The people that use your transportation service might not know this, and this about you. So I feel.
First things first, we started asking people what they do because that was a tip we got that they don't want to wait till the end to find out what they do. So can you give us kind of like a nutshell of what you do and who you are?
I'm an entrepreneur. I am a non-emergency transportation company called Big Ham's Non-Emergency, and I'm also an employee at JATA, the buses. I still work there I go in on Monday, so don't talk about me. I'm still a worker. Not a part-time worker, I'm a worker.
Well, and then what a lot of people know you for, Big Ham's Comedy, man. How long have you been doing that? You've been doing comedy shows. It looks like a year from what I can tell.
Well, no, I've been doing the comedy shows. It's been about 3 years.
Okay.
This was the third annual, and the show June 21st. Comedy comes normal for Jacksonians, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make it in Jackson, you can make it anywhere. But if you can laugh in Jackson, you're a sitcom waiting to happen.
Fair enough.
You know.
Yeah. Well, man, I see some of the people you get on. I'm gonna ask because of my curiosity, because I just message people. I just been like, hey man, you look like you have an inspiring story. How I connected with you. How do you find comedians? Like do they seek you out or?
Well, now since I did the Tommy Davidson show on June 21st, I probably had 15 real big comedians. The one that really triggered me was Marshall Warfield. I got woke up by a call, and I'm like, why is Chris calling me? Chris Thomas.
Okay.
And I'm like, why is he calling me? And she was just cussing like never before, and I was like, who is this? And then when she said it, I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, fat boy. I didn't know, he didn't told her I'm fat or whatever, but you'd be surprised, man, when you put the research to something. Mm-hmm. You have to go out and you have to seek it. You can't seek everybody. You can't fly across the country, but you can drive to places. Yeah. And if you, like the Tommy Davidson, without going into it, it was I have a thing that I do when I meet the comedians. I ask them, would you come to Jackson, Michigan? That's it. Mm-hmm. And when they lunge forward, I have interaction with them.
Mhm.
I give them their space. You have some people that talk and move their head side to side, but what happens is, if somebody like, yeah, I'll come, that means they'll come to Jackson. I don't have to sell them
Mhm.
on coming to Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the problem, because we're right in the middle of the 94 run. You know, you got Battle Creek, you got Lansing, you got Detroit, Ann Arbor, whatever. We got to do something to bring in all phases of comedy, not black, not Latino, not white, Chinese, but midget comedian. They got it, or they don't say midget, they say little,
Something like
yeah,
that.
short, little, tall people. You know, but at the end of the day, I have a sense of simpleness.
Mhm.
People that want to be around you, you want to be around them, without question. And we got a lot going on as community. I don't care where you live at, Vandercook, Portage Lake, Jackson City Limits, Summit, Blackman Township. We all one. I was born in 72, so I know everybody. It's good and bad. Let's be clear. You know what I mean?
Okay, born in 72. Were you born here?
Jackson, Michigan.
Okay. For
What,
the hospital?
what was the hospital called?
Yeah. What was it
I
called?
was born in Mercy.
Okay. Wait, was that in Jackson?
The old Mercy Hospital is going up Lansing Ave. Now it's called the Jackson Medical Center.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was born there. They
Okay.
let a player
I
come.
think it used
You
to
know
be
what
a
I mean?
I
hospital.
didn't either.
Yeah, y'all young buckaroos.
Oh, man.
I'm 53. How old y'all? 30?
I'm 30.
I got socked 30 years old. Damn. My 35th high school reunion is coming up, but they're not doing it. But yeah.
Okay, so born in 72, born here. Dude, how was Jackson back in the 70s?
I heard the mall was fantastic.
The mall was off the hook, the big elephant. You know what I mean? They had the big elephant laying on the floor. You know what I mean? You go get ride on it and hang out. You know, a lot of people, the simple things of life disappeared.
Mhm.
You get a lot of homes that broke up. You got a lot of homes that was broke up before they started. You know what I mean? But what happens is, this community has always been a community. You know, my mother worked at Head Start for 30 plus years.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Community Action Agency, as they call it now.
Yep.
She worked at the Head Start when it was on Francis, and then it turned into the arcade. Now it's a beauty shop, beautiful beauty shop over there. Then they moved down to Helmer, down where Rite Aid is. Or we used to be Rite Aid, but then it went to, what do they call them, Prospect and Dollar General.
I was about to say, we live right down the road.
Right,
How do we
right.
know?
The big Dollar General.
Yeah.
Dollar General. It used to be Helmer. You know, it was there, it was knocked down.
Mhm.
Then they moved out to Lincoln School, and they were out there. And, you know, these was all phases of life that you go through.
Mhm.
And it was, you have some of the greatest memories of those times because things were just simple.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on things because it's this image you want to uphold.
Mhm.
You want to be more than you are.
Yeah.
But when I look at people, I give them credit for doing better.
Mhm.
But if they never really realize, you were really raised on WIC and food stamps. So no matter what you do, you did good.
Mhm.
Don't knock this person because they're not as doing as better as you think they should be doing. Some people do their best. That's the only thing that matters. If we start measuring what we do, you realize you're still losing. But if you stop looking at the scoreboard and keep going hard, you win it because you're just doing your best. That's how you get around this thing they call life. Do your best. A lot of people think, well, I'm gonna go to the job and they did me wrong, and I'm gonna not put forth my best effort. But why get up to have a piss poor attitude? Why get up to be 5 minutes late when you can get up 5 minutes early? You know, like people, we make our own selves suspect of the problem. So how come we can't correct it ourselves? Like your brother, sister, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. We have to kind of police ourselves and keep ourselves in order.
Yeah.
I understand people what they the new wave stuff, smoking weed, marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
53, never smoked weed in my life. Some people don't get that. They say, oh, he's lying. Shit, if I smoke weed, I'd be 500 pounds because I'd probably ate myself to death by now. Not a drinker. Never popped pills. I never even smoked a cigarette.
Awesome.
I never even smoked a cigar. I never even shot a gun. I shot a BB gun. There's a lot of dead squirrels running around, but I mean, used to be running around. But it's just like you was raised up in an era where you went wrong because you wanted to go wrong. You know, they always talk about peer pressure. No such thing as peer pressure when I'm the youngest of 8 kids. I seen how it go down.
Mm-hmm.
I seen how it go. You got to get in the lane and you got to stay in your lane. It ain't about your mama, your daddy, your aunt, your uncle, brothers, sisters. When you step out the house, you got to do your best.
So how growing up with 8 siblings?
Oh, man. I think that's how I got fat because my mother said my baby get to eat first. So I got to eat first. And I got to eat second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and back around. I was treated, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never better than nobody, but those were the simple things. My oldest sister name is Tony. She really raised me. You know, my mom she worked. My mother worked at Community Action Agency, but in actuality, my sister may have been. She's born in 58, so she's probably about 14 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm her son, evidently. You know, when you think about it, she raised me. My mother worked.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people this and they laugh. But we never knew we was poor or nothing. Our mama went to work. We got food stamps. That wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because she worked, she couldn't maintain all that. She was married. She had 7 kids by her first husband. She had me by a relationship. You know what I mean? So we wasn't slouches, but you know, everybody needed that bush. But when you're in the projects, everybody gets food stamps. And you might have on his shirt next week because he didn't grow out of it and you didn't got a little bigger.
Yeah, but it takes a village, you know?
Right, but we don't have none of that now.
No.
It's the simple things. Like I said, it's just the simple things of what we call life is what we're really missing.
Yeah.
I believe, but I'm not educated. I don't got a college degree.
Hey,
you know,
it's your truth, man.
Right,
it's
right,
your
right,
story,
right,
you know.
right.
You know, this is I'm sorry to interrupt. One thing I always want to say: we never put our opinions or our beliefs out there because it's not our episode; it's your episode. Sometimes I hear something and I have to.
We
and
do.
I have to say something. So God is big in my life.
Yeah.
So it's funny when I'm struggling with something, and I swear the next person that comes on the show says like, boom, right in my face, exactly what I've been struggling with. You said, man, if you wake up every day and you just go do what you have to do, you're successful. Like you're like that.
Stop complaining.
Yeah, you hit me right in the face with that one, man.
You know,
It is funny. He's right. Every time we have a conversation about something and he struggles, it's like the next person we have on touches on exactly what we've been talking about.
And it's like I just say I don't put my beliefs out there because like I believe in God. Some people might not.
Yeah,
whatever.
I do too.
But that hit me right in the face, like God speaking through another, like that.
Yeah.
Like bam, Nate, quit complaining, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Pardon my mouth.
No. Because see, this is what people don't know. Whatever you do in life, do your best. I've met so many people in Jacksonville. We grew up here, but I had a conversation with a pastor, and it was a big myth for everybody to tell you about, you know, the Hampton family. You know what I'm saying? Well, my mother always told me, don't judge nobody. You talk to that person. Talk to them. Don't talk over their head. Talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, you know, it was a big myth. And people lied on this family. And they said they was all occult and all this. And I didn't know. I gotta know. So I was cool with them. And then I was friends with them. So once you grow up with them and you get a little bit, now you start asking a little more questions. The moral of the story was that people said they was a cult and this, that, and other. These people provided, they're still providing. The Church of God, Lee Hampton, they led by Lee Hampton.
We went to that acceptance. He accepted the Black Excellence Award. We got to see him take that.
The MLK.
Yeah,
dinner.
the MLK dinner. I mean, that was really cool.
And Lee is a great guy, but his father, he did something to me jokingly.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, I say, I don't have a college degree. I don't. But I have a PhD. And people say, you ain't been no damn school. Shut your ass up. That's what they say. And I said, no, because I talked with Reverend Hampton, and he said, you got a PhD. He said, I'm going to give you a PhD. So I'm thinking, oh, they that slick. This is what because I'm like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Because I've been waiting all these years. You're going to give me one. I'm eating with him. He eating with me. He come to the table. You can eat with me. Never, nothing funny. And he said, PhD, pray, heaven down. He said, if you can't do nothing, you can always pray, heaven down. I was raised in the church, High Street Baptist, Reverend Blackwell. Then we moved around, but that was always my home. But at the end of the day, meeting him and getting an understanding, he didn't push church on you. And then if you ask him something, he'll tell you something. So I always would get feathers from him to put, when you're born, you get a hat in life. And he would give me a feather here. I pick up feathers still to this day. But he gave me some of the most $1 million conversations because it was unfiltered. It was no malice. He just telling you. So in Jackson, Michigan, everybody talk about these, the churches and what they can do more, what they can do less. This is going to get uncomfortable for some people, but I'm going to tell the truth. Sometimes people get tired of hearing about these churches having things or not having enough members. But at what point do the church say, okay, we're a nonprofit. Let me go get some of these teachers that work year round. Let's get some of these fundings and this grant money. We're going to get these teachers to come and teach these kids for a week, 2-3 weeks, off and on, 2 weeks at a time to keep them because their levels start like this. And then when you hit summer, they right here at the top, they high. But they off school for 8, 9 weeks, 10 weeks. And then their levels drop. All just to go back into September and August. And now you got to bring them back up. The only way the kids is going to know better and do better is because they got to see better. They got to stop being treated like I'm going to give you a box lunch from this. Wait a minute. All the money that everybody say they got and all this grant money that everybody say they got, why you can't take these kids just, okay, call it what they want. But let's go to the McDonald's. We don't want no donation. We do want a donation. But we don't want no money. Donate some product 2 days a week for lunch. Yep. Before you know it, you've created something to do just by asking. And it don't make you a bad fellow for having not a lot of members or a lot of members. It don't make you a bad person to have a deep congregation with a great preacher, because I don't have nothing to say about them. That's their business. I go to church with Cunningham, the God Be Christian Center. That's my pastor. He may not be nothing to nobody else, but that's my pastor. See the ground I stand on? I haven't disrespected anybody. But this is another fact. How come all these churches that know about the funding, they don't pull the little churches in and show them how to get the funding? Because once again, if you live on the north side, you need to have a church to go to. If you live on the south side, you need to have a church, west side, east side. And now, if you just a home church and you facilitate to the little churches, now everybody gets the message.
And that's the goal, is for everybody to get the message
That's
of
it.
Jesus Christ. That's
That's
the
it.
goal.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's simple.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to think I'm bashing the churches. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I don't know if the churches sit down and talk. But what I do know is, I ain't gonna say that. Oh boy. We got to stick together. That's what I'm going to tell you. You know, everybody is one. You know, and that's just what I'm going to leave it at that. Sometimes you might even say, call him, get him off.
Yeah. So, man, so geez, I kind of lost where I was at. How was school for you?
School was good. School was good. You know, we went to the little school. We cut up, all your homeboys. You go from elementary school, and then you think you big time. And I went to Hunt. We went to Hunt.
Okay.
Then you made it big time. They transferred the schools over, and then we went to Parkside.
Okay.
Everybody laughed now, but I went to Parkside my first year, and I beat up a foreign exchange student.
Oh, geez.
Hey, listen, you don't judge me. But he had got some candy. I was the candy selling guy.
Okay.
And
Like through the school or just hustling?
yeah, I'm hustling.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling hot toothpicks, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, I got it.
Gummy worms, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was selling candy back in the 80s. Y'all know who did it. But at the end of the day, I beat up a kid because he said, "Oh, I'm not paying." Wait a minute, you've been getting candy all week. What you mean? You know what you mean? I was wrong. Principal, I was right. I was wrong being an adult knowing. But they ended up sending me to alternative. I went to alternative school, and I wasn't scared about nothing. But they baited me in there. And they said, just come for a visit. And I went there with my mother, and I already told her, I ain't going to go here. I already know I ain't going there. And she's just talking to me. And Mr. Burton, I love you, Mr. Burton. Mr. Burton said, come on, Cunningham, come up in here. I knew Mr. Burton for years. And it was peaceful, it was like and I went there first day of school. All my friends was there. They was back. We was all back. All the bad kids there. And it was more of a small classroom. We still got to move around, but it was just it was situation wise, make you fine tune what you're doing.
Yeah.
And when you're there, you learn things. And I was just in school because it's August.
Yeah.
But in June I was in school with my classmate, and I'm not gonna name her name. Her stepfather had raped her. And as she was there, I'm in the 8th grade. I ain't thinking nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't nothing. I ain't thinking nothing. A month later, she pregnant. So the lessons that I learned was like, oh, you really don't have no problem.
Yeah.
You got to get the hell out of here. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because you find people that's worse off. You know what I mean? Yeah. But before you know it, you get the discipline. Now you're turning your paperwork in. You do what you got. They got levels.
Mm-hmm.
They let you go to the store, whatever, on Fridays, watch movies, pizza. Oh, it was laying like that, really. Shout out to Alternative. Y'all know why we did it. They had talent shows. It was just cut up. And then they still allowed you to go play sports at Jackson High.
Cool.
Parkside. I didn't make the basketball team, but you was able to play football, and you were able to do all these things. But it just like you got to get a grip.
Yeah.
They came to me. I was in the 9th grade, and you go on spring break. It's the day we go on spring break. No, 2 days before we go on spring, it was a Wednesday. I never forget it. And they call me to the office, and I go to the office, and my mother there, I'm like, I ain't even done that. Damn, this is
preemptively.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? I ain't did nothing. And Mr. Burton told me.
Continue.
Mr. Burton said, "Bill Keith, feel pretty good." I'm looking around, and he said, "It's time." I said, "Time for what?" He said, "I think it's time for you to go back to Parkside."
Nice.
I was like, "What? I want to go back over there. All my friends is here."
Sorry about that, man. We
I'm working on it. Just
well, it's kind of hard to
no.
stay focused when
No, man, listen, man. I can tap dance in the rain. This ain't. But yeah, so they blindsided me and they took me. My mother took me over to Parkside, and I was pissed.
you didn't want to go back.
I was pissed, and everybody's like, "Hey, Keith, you coming back?" And then they didn't want to say that because it's March.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be here. I already know I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be here for nothing. You know, I'm gonna leave my half a day. We got a half a day every Friday, man. It's bullshit. To this day, because I said I go back at the beginning of the year, but man, but he said to me, he said, "I'm sending you back to save your life." That's what he told me.
Awesome.
That's what Mr. Burton told me.
Awesome.
And I ain't do nothing but respect him and love him for that. Because some principals, they just be talking. But he told me that, you know what I mean? You had old school Bob Smoots. Shout out to Bob Smooter. You know what I mean? Bob Smoots really kind of, he didn't guide me, but he was a coach at the high school at Jackson High. Okay. And he was the guy that, to me, was the connection to get back because he was football coach, he was basketball coach, and you want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to grow as a person. I grew as a person, and they never treated me less than. But those are the things. I went on to Jackson High to do my best. Well, I didn't do my best. I did enough. That was probably one of the biggest regrets of my life is that I did enough. But I tell people that I don't have a college degree, but my two oldest sons have college degrees.
Awesome.
My daughter does the hiring and firing at a correctional facility.
Cool.
One of my sons, my second son, he has 4 high school state championships.
Wow.
2 in football, 2 in track, still hold a track record. My daughter would have been the best jump shot shooter at Jackson High, but they didn't put her on the team as a senior for a lot of unseen reasons we didn't know about. But that happened. My son Keefe, he caught the bug of track late, but I think he made districts and I think he went to regionals in track. They went to school up in Oakland County. My son, he graduated from Taser graduated from Jackson High. Keefe graduated from Rochester High. Kyron graduated from Orchard Lake St. Mary. And my son Aaron, he graduated from a program out of, and I don't know it, I'm sorry, but he graduated from a program out of Kalamazoo because it was an extension because he was going to the public school, but he didn't have enough credits to graduate because he blew his, he had to have surgery on his leg because he grew too fast. My son is 6'6", 350. And he went from 5'5" to 6'6" in about 9 months.
Holy shit.
And his leg bowed.
Yeah.
So they had to break it. They had to break it and redo it. And, you know, he missed school because pain, everything, manageable. So he had to go to a school up in Kalamazoo, like an alternative school, but he got his paperwork, you know. That was the blessing of it all, if that makes sense. Yeah. But in our house, we have 4 state championships.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I tell people that because when he was doing it, I never talked about it because I didn't want to, you know, tell no, you know, you don't want to brag or nothing like that. But He actually ended up getting last summer. He got into a school hall of fame, his high school hall of fame, his college hall of fame, and his junior high school hall of fame.
Wow.
He ran a 4.45 digital clock, Nike Combine. A lot of people be talking about it, but my son did it, and everybody in Jackson, they know he was pretty good. But now he's at State Farm. My other son, he runs some big time company. He said he don't talk about my business.
Fair enough.
He ran a company,
Fair enough.
and my daughter, she works at a correctional facility, and
Awesome.
she does that. And my youngest son, he said, "Dad, listen, I ain't gonna bother you. I ain't gonna ask for no money. I'm gonna go to work." I said, "Okay."
Good enough.
So everybody is living good.
Perfect.
And then I got a bonus child. A lot of people don't talk about bonus kids, but
It's not enough anyways.
But I got a bonus child where she's not my biological child, but at the end of the day, her name is Leah. I don't know if I named all the kids: Tasia, Keefe, Lakeith, Kyron, Aaron, and then Leah is the bonus child, and she's an airline steward.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And one time she told me, I'm gonna bring it up because I'm an old refrigerator. I can't hold nothing. But one time when she didn't get the job, she said, "That's my dream job." Oh, okay. I said, "Well, pray on it and keep doing other stuff." And then when it came available for her, and it was God's season for her to get it, she got the job. So, we thumbs up, happy for her. So a couple years later, I said, "Yeah, how do you like your dream job?" I never said that. Now, I'm like, damn, like, well, why not?
Yeah.
But in the end, she's an airline stewardess. She loves it. And, it's respect, So, so Jackson has been good. We've seen murders.
Mhm.
We've seen that, some of my best friends, but it's still all about passion. I ain't always been right,
Mhm.
but I ain't always been just dirty wrong. I both come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like green light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, life is as good as you want it to be.
Yeah.
But I tell people this because they really don't know me.
Mhm.
I'm the most giving person. I give money, I donate. I don't even ask for nothing.
Mhm.
But I have peace of mind. Happiness is a personal journey. Let's be clear. That's why I wanted to make sure you get an understanding. Happiness is a personal journey, and everybody can't be with you on that journey. You would hope they would want to find some piece of happiness, but everybody is not with you when you're happy.
Happiness is a state of mind, not an emotion.
Yes, it is. And when you bring emotion into happiness, you might have a real trouble because things can go from happy to sad, or as they say, comedy to drama. Yeah, somebody just lost their teeth and their wig fell off. You know what I mean?
So before we move on to I'll say after high school, I try to ask about the same thing. What was your favorite cereal?
Man, everybody in Jackson know I'm a cereal guy. Let's be
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm a cereal guy. Listen, I eat cereal every day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not every day now, but growing up,
Yeah.
I was in an era where we didn't have a whole lot.
Mhm.
See, some people gonna act like they always had money and all that. Yeah, we used to eat the Popeye cereal. Remember the ones you had to put the sugar on?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to eat them. Yeah.
Okay.
We used to eat the kabooms because we had Wick. Y'all had Wick too. Quit playing. But the King vitamins. You know what I'm saying? You had to be getting that one kind of money to get them. But when you look in life, we start eating. Everybody loves Frosted Flakes. I'm just right now I'm a Frosted Flake guy, but I gotta have cold milk, and I gotta have a banana cut up in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Crunchy or
Crunchy. I got
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I'm eating the bowl. I'm eating the bowl in about 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah, crunchy.
But what I just found out that I like, and it's funny because of my transportation.
Mhm.
I'll buy a box of Fruit Loops, and I just grab a couple handfuls while I'm rolling. You know what I mean? Because I got to get your hanks off me. You know what I mean? Because this is the sad thing. In transportation, man, we don't have time to, man, sit down and go to eat this, that, and other. But they don't make cereal like they used to. Let's be clear. It ain't all good. But, you know, right now, you know, cereal is one of them things that I care for a good bowl of Frosted Flakes. But in the end, you know, Sugar Bear probably been holding it up the longest.
Okay, two things. First, what blew my mind was cereal and yogurt and not milk. Eating it like it's granola and yogurt.
Really?
Amazing. And second, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, Fruity Pebbles and yogurt.
It is delicious.
So
Fruity Pebbles and yogurt?
or Cookie Crisp, just like it's delicious.
You talking about Cookie Crisp cereal?
Yeah.
I remember when them came out.
With the wolf or whatever, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Wasn't the wolf the mascot or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, I remember when Cookie Crisp came out. For real.
Second thing, they make a cup for you to eat cereal on the go. So there's milk in the bottom, the cereal's on top, but when you do this, they mix.
Stop.
I'm not. It's a
See, I can't see. I'm an old sit down like my friends. They'll tell you, oh, if he thinking, I'm eating a bowl of cereal. You know what I mean? Like I'm eating a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Like if I'm got something to think about, I'm sitting eating a bowl of cereal. You come to my house, I keep 5, 6 boxes. That's what it is. Don't hate me. It's just me.
Okay.
But that's my comfort. That's my thing. My go-to meal is spaghetti.
Same.
My
You know-
buttery noodles, dude.
you know-
Just buttered
You
noodles.
know, and you know, my mother taught me this. She said, "You too damn picky. Get your big ass in here and learn how to make this shit." And she's taught me because I like it how I like it.
Mhm.
I don't like it how everybody else like it. So I only like it how I like it.
What's different about your spaghetti?
I don't even think it's just different, but I can't, like, my mother used to think it was because she was trying to make it more than it was.
Mm-hmm.
But she put the stewed tomatoes in it.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't have a problem with it. She put plenty of garlic powder in there, and plenty of onion and green pepper. And sometimes she cheated and made the sauce, and you put it on the noodles.
Yep, that's
and
how I
then
make it.
and then she made it where she mixed it, but the noodles were a little light, and I was like,
Need more sauce on them.
right.
Need more
So
sauce.
then we would add more sauce, and then it was saucy, but it wasn't really right. And then all of a sudden, the God gave us tomato paste, and I was like, "Oh, that's it." She took that tomato paste and put it in that spaghetti, and it got the color together.
Yeah.
She said, "You can't make no good spaghetti." So she would make it. But all my brothers and sisters' dad, because I had a different father, he made it, and it was out cold. LP, shout out, he passed on, but he would say, "You don't know how to make it like I know how to make it." And I'm like, "Yeah, right. You make it like everybody else." He grabbed a handful of sugar and put it over there. Oh my! It was the best thing I had ever had.
Cuts the acid.
It
in
cut
the
the acid.
tomato.
It cut the acid. Everything.
Mhm.
So crazy fact. Everybody tell you, my sister-in-law should tell her Sonya. Shout out to Sonya. She makes spaghetti. She said, "Keep, come get some." They got me mine all put up because I need spaghetti every day of the week. Like, listen, and I'm not talking about with meat or, like, I just like spaghetti. It's my little go-to. That and cereal.
Man, I feel like you can learn a lot from a person from childhood and from what they eat. Like,
Yeah.
I think it tells a lot of it tells a story in itself.
Yeah, but one fact I got to tell you, I've been fat all my life.
I don't think you're that big. Really, I don't think you're that
I've
big.
been as big since like '84.
Okay, maybe back then that'd be big then. Okay.
Listen, but what happened was I got tall. My cousin Mikey always say, "You only got bigger than me because you got tall." He went to Texas, and I stayed in Jackson. He came back, I was 6 inches taller, just in the summer. So when my son grew 9 inches in 6 months, I understood.
Mhm.
So, it's one of them things that life is good, man. You gotta just make the best of this. And because I'm big, I'm very comfortable with, I get it. I ain't about to fool with nobody, but I always tell people I'm fat to make them feel good because I look at some people I graduated with, and I'm like, damn.
What does Gabriel Iglesias say? There's 7 levels of fat. There's damn. No.
I don't know.
It's gonna kill me. But there's this Mexican comedian called Gabriel Iglesias. He goes, there's 7 levels of fat.
Yeah.
There's like, oh hell no. Damn. There's like 7 levels. Oh,
There's fluffy.
Yeah, there's fluffy. It's just fucking hilarious.
The end one is like,
There's 7 levels.
I know a guy, he graduated, he was 130.
Okay.
I seen him about a year ago, and he was about 340.
That's where the damn comes from.
I said, damn, where y'all going?
Y'all.
what is something that you love that is vintage?
This right here.
Cars?
No, 1972, Sanford and Son. I'm a Sanford and Son fanatic. I love Sanford and Son. It ain't no need on me to act like it. Like a lot of sitcoms, I don't care nothing about that. Give me the old Rockford Files. Give me all that old stuff because the movies had more plot.
They were original.
And they were original. And a lot of people don't get it. But I watch Sanford and Son to this day. My kids, all of them say, Dad, you ruined us, but we do still in the end like Sanford and Son.
Done watched it all their damn time.
The problem is they take an idea that we did 20, 30 years ago and
Just
they
keep
have fit
remaking
it out
it, remake
15.
it,
They just made like the 12th Smurfs movie. I'm like, why do you keep doing that with Smurfs?
Yeah. The Smurfs had a good little run.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember Fraggle Rock?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so man, so after high school, I want to get into your. To me, you're successful. From what I think of what you're successful because of what you're doing, but then what I like about learning about stories is you're a successful father. You're a successful son. You grew up to be something.
Well, when you say successful father, let me clear.
Yep.
I did my best as being a father. I ain't no bum. I mean, I'm not that. But sometime in different translation, because I do have 4 biological kids, and my daughter only lives with me when me and her mother was married for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
So what happened is I pay child support. I don't owe nobody. I got that for it. You know what I mean? But what happens is you can't go through life thinking that you did them wrong when you did right. That's where a lot of people nowadays measure whether you're a good father if your kids had Jordans on. My kid will tell you, I went and bought, I ain't buying no cheap shoes, but I bought Nikes and all that stuff. But I went and bought 3, 4 pairs of shoes for the summer. There y'all go. 6, 7 outfits. There y'all go. Y'all gonna run through them. Like that's what you do. Yeah. Success as I think I'm more successful as a man of God because a lot of people don't know that because I cuss. But I cut shit. It is what it is. Yeah. You make me mad, I'm gonna cut your ass out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's me. And then I offer to buy a pack of cigarettes. That's what you smoke. You know what I mean? Hot dog, hamburger. We can go to Coney Islands. I'm with you. But I think in the end, where I am is that I'm just trying to do my best. Mm-hmm. And Ham's Comedy Jam wouldn't really exist if my brother Richard hadn't died. Okay. Me and him brought the Juneteenth to Jackson, Michigan. We pitched it, and after we seen it in 1995 in Denver, they know about it downtown because we signed this bill thing back then, and now they have a lot of committees and they have a lot of things going on. But in my brother actually got a job at JCC and was bringing in the minority affair. He was doing it. Lee Hampton hired him.
Heck yeah.
So he died. When did he die? He died December 18th, 23.
My condolences.
Yeah, no problem. And the crazy thing is, our father died December 5th, 23. I went to tell him that our father had died, and he was on life support. Yeah, you telling me?
Yeah. Shit.
But you know what they say? They used to tell me this. I grew up in the gambling house. Okay. It's shitty, but it's fair.
Fair enough.
It's shitty, but it's fair. You know.
Yeah.
And you have to stay positive. You have to stay positive. So, and figure it out.
Yeah.
You know. So in the end, they didn't want my input on anything with the Juneteenth stuff, and that's when I went into the comedy business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to line up my next question with this question. So just so you know, the reason I'm asking this is for my next question. Do you think there's a racial divide in today's world between white, black, Mexican, all these different colors?
Racial divide. My personal
culture. Sorry,
culture.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is this. See, can go wrong if it want to go wrong.
Yeah.
But I think right now the current state is, I think it's more black people upset with the naiveness of white people. But I actually think more black people are upset with the Mexican people because they're the ones that turn the election. I'm not going to go into that, but their votes took him over the top. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't vote for him, but he is our president, and I respect him. I don't get involved in that part of it, you know. But the biggest thing is that if you can look and realize that we are black and white, if you can realize that, then you can realize, okay, some things might be going on. I may not know where you come from, but if I look at you like talking to y'all talking to me, we interacted, we'll never have a misunderstanding about race.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My daughter is biracial, I guess that's what you call it. You know, my ex-wife is white. I don't see nothing about black and white. My mother was a teacher's aide, and all of her colleagues were white. But my brothers and sisters, their God's parents are white. That makes sense? Yep. So I don't look at black and white.
No, that's perfect. You know, it's just the reason I asked that is because your comedy jam, I think you do a black and white. In 2023, I seen a picture, a flyer, and I was just asking that to line it up for why you did
and
that.
See, the black and white, people thought it was a black and white suit and tie. Black and white. I didn't come up with the theme. Honest John, shout out to Honest John, California's best. He said he'd smoke you under the table. Him and Willie Nelson. That's how he gets down. Him and Chris Thomas, they came up with the theme. Okay. I didn't really get involved in it because I never really quite got it. Okay. But the thing of it is that it's white and black comedy. But Honest John is a white comic that has a black following. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what happens is that was a great show. I'm actually got to call Honest John this week coming up because I'm trying to do something slick with him, you know, bring him back. But the thing about humor is it's white, black, Mexican, Chinese. It's interchangeable. But you got to come there wanting to laugh. Yeah. You can't come there because your light and gas bill due. You knew it was due before you got the ticket. Yeah. You know, you got to, you know, people make too many excuses instead of making sacrifices. My mother made sacrifices because her friend Lena Faye Rush didn't have Lena Faye. Lena Faye told my mother was going to get an abortion with me. And she said, she lied because she didn't know. She said, he ain't going to eat no more than nobody else. And here it is, I come out 6'2", 300 pounds, and everybody else weigh 150 pounds. It was a hell of a thing because it kept me around. But that's real shit. That ain't no lie. That's the truth. And my mother said, you ain't shit. So shout out to my mama, because my mama, she prepared me for everything. We have a wig party. Everybody gonna be at the wig party. I'm waiting for y'all to set a date. Wig party mean, you know, they throw a wig on, and because my mother wore a wig, you know, she was old school with it. You know, my mother wasn't a big woman. My mother was half of him. You know what I mean? Here it is, I'm off that. My dad was half of him, you know what I mean? But what happens is you have to get back to the basics. Smiling. Go to work peaceful. Don't be the rotten apple, but don't be the stick trying to stir the good apples with the bad apples. Just be your best apple you can be and shine as bright as you can be, because those other apples do not go home with you.
I don't know about you, but I'm a peach.
She said a peach. You ain't no Georgia peach, did you? Okay, let it be known then.
We're not ready here. I'm not fruit out.
Man, what was your first job after high school?
I worked at Pilgrim House Furniture, 3030 Lansing Ave. They're still there now, but they have a different name.
Okay.
The Coach family owned it. I worked there during high school. It was one of my jobs,
Okay.
and I carried it on. But I also worked at Wilson Sporting Goods in Tennessee, Humboldt, Tennessee. I made golf balls. Made golf balls.
How was the golf ball made?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh man, there's so much stuff heating, and they turn out the rubber, and they put the cork on there, and then they go through, they paint it. I had so many golf balls. I'm gonna send a shout out to my sister Kathy and her husband Cookie. They sold all my golf balls when I moved back to Michigan. I might have had 700-800 golf balls. I had all the NFL balls, the Hall of Fame balls. I had everything. They sold them.
Did you have to test how they bounced?
No, but they had a machine that did that, and it was just a great. It was a great experience, you know.
What is one thing about you that you don't think anybody that you've done business with knows about?
That I've done business with,
Or even just friends or anything. What is one thing that you don't think anybody knows that you're willing to let come to light?
let come to light. I don't know. That's a tough one, because the thing is, man, when I get up, you ever did so much that day when you got home, you was exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I live life.
Perfect.
So when I get up, I didn't leave nothing on the table. If it was left on the table, it was supposed to have been left on the table. I just continue to try to do my best. And I don't think a lot of people really realize that about me.
Okay.
I think people think that it's a fluke or it's luck. You know what I mean? But they don't realize that hard work, man, just didn't start today. Hard work started when I used to peddle bottles. Y'all probably don't know nothing about that.
No.
I used to be a bottle bandit. I used to pick up bottles and cans, but we wasn't starving.
Mm-hmm.
We would take them to the store, and you was able to get your little vittles with your little extra food. You know what I mean? And I was fat, so I had a bottle hustle. I knew how to do it. But in the end, how much time is left?
We got about
15 minutes.
pretty damn good. Even right.
Is your internal clock good?
No, I just didn't know, and I was like, let me ask him, because a lot of things in Jackson, man, is just so simple.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is this: you go to the store. Hey, good morning. Good afternoon. Have a good day. Yeah. Those things will take you so much further in life. It don't matter black, white, Mexican. Don't matter none of that.
No.
Mexican say see. Mexican gonna say see.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Yeah.
See. No, I don't see, man. I'm telling you. That's the only thing when you try to make funny, people take it the wrong way. But it's easy to be genuine. Like me, I see my friends' parents, and I greet their mom like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And everybody be like, "Oh, there you go with that bullshit." and their mothers be, "Oh, hey, you know what I mean? Oh, baby, And I talk to their dad, "What's up, player? How you feel? You know what I mean? You all right? And they start smiling. "Oh, yeah, I like when you come around. I like when you come around." But making people feel good, I'm saying, is the number one thing I try to do. I don't know if that makes sense.
Smile is free.
You fucking hit me. That was perfect. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I pay for my shows. I don't have a sponsorship. I pay for them out of my own pocket. This last show, I had a friend named Yaphet Brown.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a part of it, so I brought him in. You know what I mean? Because that's what you do. You don't count people out; you count them in. But in the scheme of things, man, we all got to be happy, you know. And I mean, you know, is it's kind of tricky because people think they know you, but they don't know what you go through. You know what I mean? They don't know what it took to make you get out of bed and come here when you could have went left and went and got your bottle or you know, like people don't get that. But I always tell people, you know, because I used to drink, you know, not heavy, never ever done that. But I didn't been drunk before. But I always want to be that. I want to get drunk one time when they say, wait, help me up. I want to be him because he has no responsibility. Yeah. I'm the guy that goes places. Oh, let me help you. Help her. You know, help. I'd be like, damn, can I have a moment? Can I be regular? Yeah.
What do you do for self-care? How do you take care of yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed?
One thing before you answer that, I apologize. You said something, we don't count people out, we count people in. My old mentor used to tell me, when you make a pie and the pie runs out, what do? You just make another fucking pie. You count people in. You don't count them out. Oh, there's not enough pie. Yeah. We'll just make another damn pie. What do you mean? Like,
that's why when I help people, I'm not giving them a handout. Yeah. I'm giving them a handout.
Yeah, I like that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really.
But if you take it as a handout, guess what you're gonna be? You're gonna be the cat.
My favorite thing that Dave Chappelle said, a fellow comedian actually committed suicide, and his jokes were like very. People thought they were in poor taste, but he said that he was never punching down. He was punching a line. He was doing a punchline. He was never beating somebody down. Yeah. And that was his friend. And they knew that his jokes were not in poor taste and that he lost a friend. But he was never punching up or punching down. He was punching lines.
Right, punching lines.
And
you know the most thing we can do is just be cordial. Yeah. I don't care what you're going through. Do you realize everybody is going through something? Everybody is going through something. And the thing of it is, what makes them worse than mine or better than mine? Nothing. But guess what? How hard is it to say, how you doing? I mean, I see people all the time and they have an opinion. They think they judge you. Mm-hmm. Man, that shit is played out, man. You know, motherfuckers better just be nice and keep on going because I just care about being the best I can be. And I'm not going to disrespect my mother and not put forth my best effort. And it's crazy, but a true fact, I won't let Reverend Hampton down because he gave me a PhD, and that means pray heaven down. So that means no matter what you do, you can always pray heaven down. And it's probably nothing to nobody else because, like I said, people that know me, they know me. I like to take 1 minute and second, and you know, I do have a August 9th show at 3705 Ann Arbor Road. I hope you can put it in the comments or something.
Yeah.
3705 Ann Arbor Road. Doors open up at 8. Show start about 8:45.
And then that was August 9th, correct?
August 9th.
August 9th.
And we're you can put my phone number down there, 517.
Hold on. Okay. August 9th, 517.
914-4564. Contact me for tickets. And we're doing a weekend special. It's for people that drink. It's $30 for a ticket and 2 free shots of tequila. Now, don't get mad at me because I don't be drinking with you, but I got you 2 shots if you call with your ticket, you know, at the event. I try to be creative. I try to ask questions. Mm-hmm. I'll get, you can do something to give away 5 tickets for the next weeks. Do something to give away. You can give away 5 sets of tickets. I don't care.
Hey, I'll tell you what. The next person, I'll take you up on that because I know the next person coming on isn't watching this right now because he has a show right tonight. I'll take you up on that. And I'll give that for my next gift to him. He's a pretty big rapper up in Battle Creek. He's like really big. He did a Tuna-Palooza thing, and
he was our first Not Us guest.
He made the intro for a podcast. He's
he's doing big things.
We're trying to. He is not trying.
Well, why don't you just try to hook me up with him? We try to put something together. Like I said, Sidebar, I'll give him 2 tickets for himself.
Yeah.
But for what you do, I'll give you guys 2 tickets.
Okay.
And then we'll still give away, let's say maybe 5 sets of tickets to people that they can win it by calling in and or asking questions. Because the thing of it is, I give away so much.
Okay. Hey, real quick, because I don't ever want to discredit my wife. How do you practice? Yeah, that's fine.
Self-care.
Yeah, how do you practice self-care when you're not feeling yourself? Never want to discredit you.
I love to vacation. I just got back from Miami. I flew into Fort Lauderdale. It's cheaper. And I did something that my friends laughed about, but I hit the lottery in Florida.
Did you?
Yeah, I played my grandson's birthday, 516, and I hit for $3,000.
That's nice.
And we went to see the big three. The big three basketball, Ice Cube. We was down there in Dade County, Miami. Had an awesome time.
Awesome.
I do work like 7 days a week.
I've learned that about you through our
And
talking.
I'll just say, okay, I'm going this week. I'm taking these days off and I'm going. Now, I play the lottery.
Mhm.
I don't gamble at the casinos and all that. I have. So that's really not for me. I like the lottery.
Mhm.
But in the end, self-care, that's the only thing. But I enjoy my vacations where I can sit there. I don't like the vacations where Keith do the driving, Keith do the driving, Keith do the driving. Keith, we gotta go pick up Keith. It's not a fucking vacation.
No.
You know what I mean? I go to Mexico and Bahamas. You go there and they just do whatever you want to do. Those that drink, we got plenty of drink. Those that don't drink, we still got plenty of drink. You like to eat, we got plenty of food. You know, it's a relaxation thing, but this is something that I would like to share to people if I can say it.
Yeah, sure, of course.
People need to start congregating 4 people, 8 people, 12 people. They need to start planning vacations. I'm not talking about go down south because your aunt died.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about going in a car ride to Chicago. Those are getaways. Those are personal. Those are pampering for yourself. Mm-hmm. But if you go to work, you should go on one vacation every year, a 5-day minimum. There's no way you reward yourself by going to work. You're not rewarding yourself by going to work because no matter what you do on Monday morning, it's more work to do. It's always going to be more work to do. So you better take time and figure out what you and whoever got, and y'all better do it and focus on that because a lot of people got 401ks, right? A guy told me this trick, and I was like, what? And you max out your 401k, your money you put in there. You max it out. And you put money into a Christmas cup. I never thought about it. But at the end of the year, he would go to Hawaii. I always thought that was neat. Yeah. I've been to Hawaii twice. I went to Hawaii for Christmas, came back, was washing clothes that Friday night or Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And they called back and said, what you doing? I was like, I'm washing my clothes. They said, what you thinking? I'm like, let's get the hell out of here. Sunday, we was on a plane going to Phoenix. And when we flew back from Hawaii, nonstop from Honolulu to Chicago, we got upgraded to Polaris. So I got to sit in the little cubicle. Nice. Got the little thing and got the earphones like that, and got the big TV, and you hit the button, the legs come up. Oh man, they bring you the best food, and it was like a $12,000 flight. Damn. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, for old Jackson person.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's how I know the God I pray to, he real, he ain't funny.
Yep.
And he don't never leave me. But if I turn my back on him, he's coming to what you doing. God is funny.
Yeah.
God got a sense of humor. A lot of people don't believe that. You know what I mean?
We were walking, this is funny. We were walking one time and he's telling me how God, he needs a hand. Like God, he wishes God would give him a hand. Tell me why 2 blocks down, there was a tiny little hand on the right. I was like a little ball, like a doll hand broke off.
You kidding me? You gotta be.
Hey, look.
He said, give me 5, so I would give you 3. You was on it, but you wasn't on it. You was on it, but you wasn't on it.
So we got a little bit of time left. What my main thing that I want to ask you now is, what do you do now? So you're can you just tell us a little bit about what you do now besides your comedy stuff?
Okay. Non-emergency. I got a non-emergency company. I have a non-emergency business, LLC.
Okay.
I got a DOT number.
Awesome.
I try to take people to and from their appointments. I love the after hours.
Okay.
The after hours mean that when I get out of work, I can still go work.
Yeah.
You know, I take people to the grocery stores. I work out a wage for them.
Mm-hmm.
I give them a time frame.
Yeah.
I have a crew. I say a crew of women.
Okay.
I take them out to Battle Creek.
Firekeepers.
Fire Creek. I've taken them 3 times.
Nice.
And they've never lost. They've won, I think they said like $8,000
Nice.
over the 3 trips. And, you know, they tip me accordingly. I take them. I also take people to and from the airport.
What do you do while they gamble?
I'll sit in the car, kick my feet up. You know, I have a wheelchair accessible van.
I've seen that.
I have you see, I'm driving.
Yeah.
I drove just because I ain't drove it all week. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I get a kick out of letting people have a good time. You know, so many people that have been written off. They have been disabled. They can't even get to the grocery stores.
Yeah.
So the service that I provide is, as I say, okay, listen, do you want to go to the store for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll take them because I got the people in the wheelchair. I take them, pick them up at their house, secure them down, take them. Somebody else get in, you know, because I try to take two or three people at a time. You take them out there, you let them do their shopping, and sometimes when they have a lot of groceries, you have to take them home accordingly. Yeah. Like, okay, I know you're in a wheelchair, but you got all these groceries. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you home first. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I try not to have to go all the way in their house, but I try to take it, you know. Yeah. And then to the apartment complex, you know, the retirement community. I applaud you. I do it, you know, awesome. And a lot of people don't know what I do. And they think I'm Tommy O. Martin. You know, Tommy ain't got no job. But I work. I work real hard. You know, and I'm proud to be able to say that I work.
Dude, I'm so fucking, that made me really happy, dude. I don't think there's not enough of that in Jackson.
No, it's not.
There's not. There's just simply not.
You know, the sadder thing about it is, okay, you got a lot of these people that got you got a lot of people around here that got these nonprofits. Yep. But all they're doing is sitting back and getting a check. And I ran into a few of them, and I don't care if we live or not. I'll tell the truth. Yep. And the objective was, I'm going to get you, and I want you to be a front person with your camera. Yeah, F-150, we can use that in many ways for hauling or whatever. Yep. Your 18 Suburban, your 19 Suburban, and your Ford Transit Connect van. You know, we want to use them as our front to get this money. Yeah. Wait a minute. How does that help me? Oh, if you get a check, then it's totally, then it was, okay, yeah, we'll do it. But look, let me drive one of your cars. Wait a minute. No, it don't work like that. Yeah. But the saddest thing about it all, man, from a business standpoint, is you got to do your best for you. That don't mean you got to overdo. Just do your best. I wonder what they think. Don't go through life like that. I don't care what nobody thinks, because at the end of the day, we all ain't shit. But when you realize that, it's not bad.
Somebody told me, in the grand scheme of things, it's not to beat down on you. But he was trying to explain God's love to me. In the grand scheme of things, God did not need to make you. You are not important to God's whole creation of everything. Realistically, you're not. But he loved you that damn much that he made you. So,
Right.
But it put it into perspective for me. Like you just said, we ain't really shit. Like, we're just trying to do our best, but ultimately, we're not really shit.
Right, but who wants to go home and have every day you got an egg fryer, and you got all these eggs with shit on them, and they going back? Cause you take some of them down the street to the people that got a hot dog stand, and maybe you might get some free hot dog for some of them eggs.
Yep.
It's bartering.
Yep.
But the sad thing about it is nobody want to put forth their best effort.
No, they wrote
They ready to go. My man said, I'm going home with mine.
instead of making another pie like we were just talking
Yeah,
about. So we invite on a bunch of different people. So we've had, pastors, business owners. There's only been a few people, you, Justin counts specifically. There's a few other people that are doing so much for this community.
Yeah, Justin kicking ass. He kicking ass. Hakeem kicking ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful you came.
Andy Giddens kicking ass. Janae Poole is doing a wonderful job down at the Chalet Terrace.
I just met her at the PPG store. She came in and was buying paint for something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
She's doing a hell of a job down there, and a lot of things, people ain't getting real credit.
No.
Because it's always somebody that want the credit. But these are people that see me and say, hey, you all right? I had a guy named Rex Holmes. He sent his brother to my house to give me a $100 bill just because he couldn't make the show for Tommy Davis. I was like, man, I bless the show. I had another guy named Corey Wheeler, class of 89, Jackson High. I'm 90. But he called me, hey, what's your cash out, bro? What's up? I got something going. What's up? He said $200.
Nice. You're showing
I just see what you're doing. It's a lot of people that don't want their names out there, so I can't say that. But the thing of it is that when you're really doing your best, people see it.
Yes,
That's why I told y'all with the chairs, you figure out what you got to have, and at least let me see what they coming at, and tell me what you're looking for, because,
the same thing. We try to show support in any way we can. So we will see you August 9th. But you have one before that, don't you?
Nope. I got August 9th. I was trying to do one.
Were you trying to do one July 24th? I thought I read something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying, but sometimes, man, you get overwhelmed by so many different things.
Yeah. But
I do got a November 1st show.
Okay.
I'm gonna announce it on. Well, I'm telling you now, but it's November 1st at 3705 Lansing. 3705 Ann Arbor Road.
What's the building?
Fozzie's.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. That's a nice place.
Yeah.
They made that a really nice place. The Hard Knock was, but they made that.
The Hard Knock was nice in its heyday. I will say that. I remember going there as a kid with my mom.
You know the biggest thing about Fozzie's Bar, and I can tell y'all, I don't care if we live. The biggest thing about them is that, and I told him he gonna let me help him. He needs to put out there on the signs on 94.
Yeah.
Sending truckers there. You can park here all night. We don't care. But you gotta have a service where you selling them food. You know what I'm saying? So many people miss the opportunity because all they do is think about some money. But if you look at the big picture, it's a lot of money out there. There's some money part, but only a little bit. But if you get somebody that's coming out the trucker and you say, man, you can sleep out in the parking lot, and in your vehicle, and but you got to buy something. People want a good home cooked meal, but you got to go out here and you got to hire some of these young chefs. I'm being honest with you. Like you got to go to the culinary schools and get you two people that's hungry, that's trying to do something different and bring different. You can't bring grandma in here, your auntie in here. Her wig keep dropping in the soup. Everybody got hair in the soup. She got you dipped stuff. She's spitting, and then it's laying in the ketchup bottle. Oh man, it's a bunch of bullshit. And everybody can make the best this and the best that. When you just should be making the best you can do.
I think we should utilize our career center more.
Yeah.
Like you keep saying, do the best you can do.
Man, it's when you do the best you can do, you win it.
Questions?
Yep. So we'll do. You beat me. So our wrap-up questions are all the same. Always the same for every guest. Because I'm trying to teach them. I believe that eventually successful people will say the same thing. I have yet to hear anybody say the same thing, but one day it'll happen.
We've had one or two.
So
Regular thing.
what is your definition of success?
My definition of success is when you know you've done your best. You know you've done your best, and you're still thinking about doing something else. That make you a little hungry. Like, damn, I left something. Let me go figure out, and then that makes you more successful because you've done your. I keep saying do your best,
yeah,
because 95% of Americans do not do their best on their jobs.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. Everybody's cheating.
Rounding corners. If you ain't cutting them, you're probably rounding them.
They say if you ain't, it ain't still until you get caught.
And then my last wrap-up question before Katie's: is there anything I missed, or is there anything I should have asked that I didn't?
No, I think I hit everything on the head, and I really take the time to appreciate y'all inviting me to come here. And I hope it ain't my last. I hope we have bigger things and better things to do.
Yeah.
I think this community is a great community, but I think the community people need to come together,
yeah,
and stop being these and start being these.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? And they say don't lighten up, tighten up.
See, so today I kind of had an epiphany before Katie asked her wrap-up question. So what I was trying to do was just to spread hope, and then unintentionally I started getting all these people together, and I started realizing I'm kind of getting a network of people that are like, trying to help Jackson. Like,
right.
So I'm realizing like I'm getting this network, not me, but these people are coming together.
Now they're coming together for you.
Yeah,
Everybody's on this wavelength.
yeah. And then this morning I had an epiphany. I'm like, man, I was thinking, I don't know my great grandpa's story. Like, I don't know nothing really about my great grandpa. And I'm like, man, so if I'm not doing nothing else, I'm preserving stories here. So in 50 to 100 years, your fucking great grandkid could look at this up and probably hear a little bit of your story. So if I'm doing nothing else, I think I'm doing something important there. We're doing something.
Right, you're helping the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if it don't help anybody today or
Right.
tomorrow, it might help somebody in 50 fucking years.
Knowledge is power, even if it's irrelevant.
That's
now.
right. That's right. That's right. That's a cliche, but knowledge is power. And people have to be so happy about today. But when tomorrow comes, tomorrow bad motherfucker. I can't wait to see tomorrow.
Tomorrow never comes.
Look. If you get up thinking about tomorrow, you're gonna have a lot of good days.
Yeah. Because
You're always maximizing this day, thinking about the next day. Because at some point, the next day won't come for us. Not on this earth. We'll wake up somewhere else, and that's a part of life. But we have to take the good with the bad and the bitter with the sweet.
I got it.
Question.
If you met younger you, would you get along with younger you, or would younger you get along with you, or not?
I believe the younger me would love me because I was a young person that loved older people. And everybody say I got an old soul. I grew up like that. I kind of got into some trouble at times because that just was being mischievous. But the way I was raised, no, I know right and wrong. And I think the funny thing is, if this 53-year-old man could have talked to an 18-year-old Keith, he would tell him, hey, watch your ass. Because you're on the right path. you need to do this. And that's why I always try to tell kids, I don't care where your mom and dad didn't have this. But if you're working, put something away. You know what I mean? Put something away. You know,
I get it.
you know, and that's gonna take them further than they can ever go. You know, the old guy told me, if you flipped a penny every day for 30 days, you know you'd be a millionaire. Did you know that? Who got the time to do that? My man said, I didn't get into the dollars to real money till that day 19. You know what I mean? We don't have that. We won't always want fast food, microwave. We don't want that pot roast cooked in the crock pot. We want it cooked in the microwave.
Microwave is one of the worst fucking inventions ever.
Yeah.
Best but worst for our society.
Last question. If you had one word, it has to be one word, to describe where you started to where you are to where you think you are going, what would that one word be?
One word to describe both?
All of it. One word to describe your entire journey.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. I'm going to ask you to sign the table after we cut the camera. Yeah, it's just something we do.
We're gonna end up flipping it.
Yeah, but before we do, yeah, you can sign over here wherever you want. I'll get the marker. But before we go, this week, I didn't know if you were a drinker or not.
But their food is amazing.
But yeah, you eat there or give it to your kid if he's a drinker or somebody you know is a drinker. I don't know. But Ogma Brewing Company, their food is actually good. Ogma, right down by the Chase, and actually next to RJ's, right next to RJ's.
Oh, okay. Or they're coming back this way. Go back to Chase.
Yep. So actually, so I'm not a drinker anymore. I'm 2 years clean off of everything. But their food's fucking good.
Their food is delicious. I like to suggest their braised beef nachos.
Beef nachos?
Yes,
Braised
with
beef
blue corn
is
chips.
pretty damn good actually. But so and I'll tell you, because I haven't worded it like this in a long time. So at the end of every episode, I give out a gift card because I think it's the least amount that we can do to show appreciation. It takes a lot of courage for someone to come on and tell their story. So I give a gift card out at the end of every episode because I just think it's important. And then I read a little bit off of what they're about. And I think one day eventually they'll start donating these to me instead of me paying.
We like to do local as well
Yep.
when we can. I will read their.
Thank you.
So Ogma Brewing Company is delightfully different and dangerously delicious. Ogma's killer food, rad vibes, and thoughtfully crafted beers take going out to a new level. Open and beautiful downtown Jackson, Michigan.
Yes.
The
Perfect.
vibe is interesting. I
Yes,
like
it
it.
is. Keith, thank you. Seriously, my friend, I appreciated you coming on. And then we're just gonna cut the camera.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much. You all right?
Thank you. Yeah. My friend, she just texted me and said, your address just came out because I told her, I said, yeah, I got to get over there. The address is 906. And she just texted me 906 came out in the lottery. I would have won.
No shit.
Damn.
I don't like that you do that.
I need to make sure it works so people don't.
Man,
Do
look.
it in the cap, man.
Yeah, so, but it's a paint marker, so if you don't want it on your shirt, just be careful. That's what I would, But
What you